It's match day. Play fantasy cricket now. Get up to 2.5 crores daily and lots more. 20 times more. Win big on Fan Fight. This game involves an element of financial risk and may be addictive. Please play responsibly and at your own risk.
Hello and welcome to this very special conversation with someone who, according to me, hit the first ever ball in international cricket to the best ever shot that I have seen played by a cricketer in my 40 years. And I've also seen cricket videos for the last 80, 90 years. I don't think ever anyone has played that kind of a shot. So welcome Suryakumar Yadav. India's beaten England. You've been the star. Now the IPL comes, but first. Your pehla ball, first ball, one of the fastest bowlers in the world, Thak 6. Describe that shot.
Firstly, thank you so much. I feel it was a great debut for me from my point of view, personal point of view, and from team's point of view as well. And most importantly, my contribution helped the team win. I think that was most important at that moment. And coming to that first ball, I think it was completely a reaction stroke. I have actually played a lot of strokes like that before, also in domestic cricket, local cricket, wherever I go. And I personally feel that I've played a lot of rubber ball cricket in rainy season with my friends back home in building area or in the grounds on cement wickets. So there, one side the boundary was about 80-90 meters. So I think it's come from there. And it's evolved from there and just carried the same thing in domestic season, IPL, and to international level.
You know, Surya, modesty is good. It is good. If rubber ball, my terrace, your para, locality, sab theek hai yaar. This is India. This is your debut match. Had you been bold, we would have been, taking you apart. That's what would have happened. And the bowler is Jofra Archer, one of the best in the world. Jokes apart, तुम्हें डर नहीं लगा? I mean, when I saw that shot, I was like, यार ये क्या कर रहा है? It just give me a little bit. I mean, when you played that shot and saw that ball go there, just describe that to me. And please don't be modest.
Sir, if you see when the wicket fell and when Rohit got out, I was literally running to the wicket as if I badly wanted to grab that opportunity. So wanted to make a mark because this opportunity came after a very long time, and I didn't want to lose it clearly. And I knew, with one of the best bowlers in the world, quickest bowlers in the world, how he comes hard at the players, like if he's bowling the first ball or the second ball, and person who's making his debut at international level, of course he was going to come hard at me. So I was a little well prepared also, what he's going to bowl, because I watched him in IPL international level playing against other teams also. So I was a little prepared in my mind that he can come hard with this hard length. So I got to be prepared with that, and it exactly happened what I wanted, how I wanted. And after timing that ball, I was just watching it sail over the park, and everything what I did in the last few years, it kept running in my mind when the ball was going out of the park. And then things became very easy. I just had to go and do the same thing and do nothing different.
You know what was happening when you hit that shot? It took maybe 1.5, 2 seconds for the ball to go.
Yeah.
And in that 1.5, 2 seconds, from serious talent, great potential, very good first class cricketer, great IPL cricketer, in that 1.5 seconds, you became an international superstar. That's what happened. For us, talent became reality. All these years we've been saying Suryakumar Yadav has to play for India. In the 1.5 seconds, all of us felt vindicated. Dekh lo yaar. It was like that. But theek hai yaar, Surya. First match, first ball, theek hai, adrenaline pumping. Second match, second ball, dubara chhakka. Describe karo bhai. I mean, and I tweeted this also. First match, first ball, second match, second ball. Deal kya hai? I mean, is it that this whole thing about playing fearless cricket, you have actually internalized that? So tell me a little bit about your philosophy.
I think in second game, it was all batting through what the situation was exactly. We had about 9 overs, 90 runs on the board, and important game decider at that point. So I just wanted to keep that run rate intact. When I went into bat, me and Virat Bhai had a chat what do we do now? He just came out and he just said, what you have done in the last game, just do the same thing. I don't want to say anything. You are in a good flow. Just do whatever you feel right. It is there at that situation. So I just played one ball and then I got to know that this wicket is very good. I need to strike the ball really well here. I need to make a mark again and I have to keep the scoreboard ticking with a strike rate of about 150 and 200. And I have played a lot of good leg spinners in the past as well. And I read Adil Rashid really well, though I got out to him. but I like playing spinners a lot. So I think that situation was perfect and spot on for me to accelerate at that time. Of course, I wanted to stretch that innings as well to make another 50, but that contribution at that time for the team was required at that run, at that strike rate, and it came out really well. And that second ball six, it was a spinner. It was my shot. I didn't do anything different. It was the same thing what I have been doing again and again. So did the same thing.
Yeah, and it took a very special catch to get you out. Otherwise, you were just taking the game away. I mean, Chris Jordan will forever remember that. But
Yeah.
Surya, what has changed? I mean, clearly, last few years you have been batting like a dream in the IPL. You were knocking the doors. You were pushing the doors. You've finally broken it open. Has anything changed in Suryakumar Yadav now that you are an India cricketer? All of us are looking at you going ahead to the World Cup. You've become. I mean, and this is a fact that the expectation from Surya Kumar Yadav has grown 200 times. Has anything changed in you, or do you sort of feel the pressure at all? Are you enjoying it as an opportunity? Tell me a little bit.
Uh, I think I'm enjoying it as an opportunity because, as I said, it's come after a very long time. So there's no point in thinking about what is going to go wrong and what if I don't perform and all. That part I feel is already gone. I don't need to. That phase has already passed from my life. So I only think about what I can do better, how I can be better in the next game. And as I said, in the last 2 3 years, I have been really enjoying each and every knock what I have played, talking to myself what I can do better after every game rather than thinking about what I did wrong. So this is the thing which has kept me going. And everywhere I say only one thing: the passion and the passion for this game has kept me driving to do well in every game. So I only think about the positives, what I can do right in the next game, what I need to do in that situation. I try to stay in present as much as I can. I know it's really difficult to not think about what's gone, but I try and stay in present as much as possible and just take it ahead from there. The small things I really focus on.
Call this show inspiration, and you are one because you are not a rookie. It's not as if you've broken through at 20. To keep the intensity going, give me a little bit about how Surya Kumar Yadav prepares mentally, practice. How do you prepare for a big series like England or a big tournament like the IPL? How do you have separate plans for separate bowlers? Do you read their mind? If I can understand Surya's mind, give me a sense of that.
Uh, not exactly. Actually, I don't do a lot of practice. I don't do it in quantity. I like to keep it quality. So, if for example, if I'm going for a practice session during IPL, if the practice session lasts for about 2 to 3 hours, I try and take out what I can take, which is going to help me in the next game. For example, if there are a lot of leg spinners, if there are good fast bowlers going to come in the next game, I try and prepare accordingly. So, if there are good leg spinners, I try and bat more to the leg spinners, how I'm going to score runs against them, how I'm going to target them. Then if there are fast bowlers coming up, quick bowlers, I try and bat a lot of quick bowlers. I try and tell someone to throw me with the stick. So that sort of preparation I do for about 15 minutes because I've been batting a lot in the last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So I don't like to change much. It's all about what's coming in the next game. So I think perfect practice is very important. Smart practice is very important during this season. And the same thing I did in England series also during T20s. I batted a lot to Yuzvendra Chahal. I batted a lot to Washington Sundar. Coming in IPL as well, if there are leg spinners and fast bowlers coming, I do some quality practice and then just come out of the nets and try and rest as much as possible. Try and spend a lot of time here with my teammates, my wife, so that I am mentally prepared for the next game coming up.
That's fascinating to hear. I mean, just to push you a little bit more. So, like I used to ask Sachin, for example, that during the 2011 World Cup, or even the 2003 World Cup, and he would mentally sort of shadow to some bowlers. He would say, I would mentally sort of replicate what I will play or what I will do or how I will strategize. Do you get ready like that for the big stage at all? I mean, mentally, how do you get prepared? You've just told me about the practice drills.
Yeah, before going to, after the practice sessions are done completely, when I come back to the hotel, if the game is tomorrow, so before sleeping, I try and watch a few videos, what stock deliveries they have, where they can trouble me. These sort of things I try and watch on my phone. There's an app. And otherwise, I try and visualize the bowlers which I'm going to play against on the next day in that game. So what deliveries they have, what plans they're going to have against me. So these are the few things, these are the few boxes which I try and tick. And when it's a game day, it's completely fitted like a computer in my mind, and I just go out there and keep things really simple. So it falls in place however I want.
Surya, talk to me a little bit about physical fitness, because it has been a very challenging 2020 and 2021. COVID everywhere. So you have to be in biosecure bubbles and protocol and all of that. Has it been difficult for you in terms of doing your fitness drills? And over time, have you seen in the course of your career fitness becoming priority, and how have you adapted to that?
Yes, physical fitness is, I think, most important in this sport. That's one area which you have to take when it comes to this sport, and it has been very important from a very long time right now, because I have been when I came here came to Mumbai Indians in 2018. I really felt if I come next year in 2019, I have to change a few things and become a physically fit little more. So I feel it's a very important aspect in this sport. And during 2020, when this pandemic happened, I know it was not a good thing for the world, but for me personally, it came as a blessing, because got a lot of time to spend on myself physically and mentally. What my game was, how can I improve, and coming to a fitness point of view as well, I gave a lot of time, like about 3 to 4 months I spent on myself to reconstructing myself. When I go into 2020's IPL, I should be completely different player. So that was the one thing which I focused on that time. And when I went into IPL, things were completely different. I was moving fast. I was running fast in between wickets. It helped me everywhere in terms of recovery. So I think that's a very important aspect in this sport, and you just can't neglect it.
Is that something that as far as the Indian team is concerned, one can also sort of attribute it to Virat, because he has sort of done this fitness revolution himself, and now we are one of the fittest teams internationally. How is it? I mean, give me a sense of, this was your first series with the team. Give me a sense of sharing the dressing room with some of these boys. You shared with the IPL during the IPL, but playing for India, standing when that national anthem is on, wearing the colors, very different, very different. You will be what? 0.1% out of 130 crore people? You are that privileged. So just give me a sense of sharing the dressing room as an India player.
I think it's a completely different feeling. I played domestic cricket, I've played IPL, but when I entered into that dressing room, and when I watched everyone, and when the series was about to start, I was just observing everything. The feeling is completely different. When I went on to field, when that national anthem was playing, I mean, almost there were tears in my eyes. So I feel it's a different feeling. And talking about fitness and the energy levels, first few days when I saw a few practice sessions, running sessions, all gym sessions, everything, even the net sessions, the energy in all the sessions was completely different. The way everyone prepares there for international stage, I think, is completely different. I have seen a lot of players prepare, but when I went there, when I started preparing, that actually brushed into my shoulders as well, and I became the same way. So it's a good thing, very positive thing I saw there, and the same thing I have been trying to reflect here also. And wherever I go, I'll do the same things, because it has helped me. It helps me, I mean, keeping my energy intact during the game, even if I'm playing or if I'm not playing as well. It keeps me involved all the time till the game gets over.
My last question on inspiration before I go into IPL directly. This is something I want to know from someone I have seen evolve and flourish. When you were given that India cap, you were there, the India cap. The smile says it all. Just recreate that for me. I don't want to say anything. Recreate that and what you felt.
I got to know in the afternoon only that I was about to play in that game. But when I went onto the ground, I was badly waiting for that moment when the team comes in the hurdle. Uh, Captain, coach, they'll announce that I am making my debut. So it was a very um, emotional moment at that time. Of course, I wanted my family and everyone together, but due to this pandemic, they were not around. Only my wife was there. So I got the cap. I took a few pictures. Everyone came around. They wished me luck, and then I showed my cap to my wife, and it was really a nice moment at that time. And I know what me, my parents, and my wife must have been thinking. So at that time, the moment was just spot on. I was actually thinking how much I have worked hard to reach here and was badly waiting to grab the opportunity.
I'll finish off this part saying this. Suryakumar Yadav, MI. Suryakumar Yadav, KKR. Suryakumar Yadav, MCA. Suryakumar Yadav, India.
India.
That makes a big difference to each one of us. And all I will say is, Surya, you are an inspiration for what you've achieved, but go on. The World Cup is your oyster. This team is your oyster. From here on, it is only you who will go up and up and up, and we will keep celebrating. You're an inspiration. Keep going.